can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Niall. Niall usually joining you for big fight breakdowns for final prediction videos, but we're doing a preview this week. Nishant Dev, former Olympian, returns to the ring in Orlando, Florida, to take on Juan Medina, looking to go 4-0. Niall, we don't usually do preview videos kind of about guys who are 3-0, about prospects, but here we are. Nishant Dev, he looks like he could potentially be something special according to some. Give us your thoughts on him, on this fight, please.
Yeah, he definitely has potential. He really does to be a star. Of course, it's still very early days. But yeah, he has potential. He has the talent. He has the youth on his side, and he has the kind of he has the charisma. And he's from, as we were just touching on there off camera, he's from such a big country. For so long, been crying out for a star in boxing. A superstar, and this fella has the ingredients that could tick all those boxes. I think he is a real talent. He's not the finished article by any means. If you watch his fight so far, he's done the job. He's looked good, but he's definitely still rough around the edges, especially defensively. But that's understandable being so kind of new to the professional game. That'll kind of he'll be fine tuned as he goes along, and this Juan Medina that he's fighting at the weekend won't really give him too much problems. You'd imagine. No disrespect, but yeah, I think he will get the job done here. More than likely get a stoppage. I'll go for a round three stoppage. But yeah, I think Nishan Dev has big potential. He's southpaw, quick southpaw, fast hands, good combination puncher, as I say, charismatic as well. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for Nishan Dev.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think look, they're still in the phase of trying to kind of hype up this prospect, trying to make him look good and finding opponents that are going to do that. And I think they'll do it here. Medina stopped in his last fight inside 2 rounds, so I expect Nishan Dev to get the stoppage win. So we're in agreement there. I think what I really want to speak to you about, Niall, is the potential Dev has. I don't think that India kind of not kind of hugely known for their boxers. And I don't think there's kind of too many household names in sport that are from kind of an Indian background, you could say. There might be people who are kind of very famous in India, but I just think if you said to a lot of people, name me some Indian sportsmen and women, I think it could be a bit of a struggle currently. Um, do you think that Dev is he's kind of I know he lives in America, 3 fights have all been in America. I think Eddie Hearn's always been ambitious about where some of his fighters might end up fighting. Do you think we could see Dev fight in India? Do you think that's kind of do you think that'll be on the agenda? Do you think it's more likely he'll be the kind of wanting to raise his profile in America further?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think that has to be the goal. You know what I mean? You mentioned there yourself, like Matchroom are branching out into where we've just seen that they're on the way to Ghana just before Christmas. That's another market that they're looking to crack. So yeah, I think if they're gonna take boxing to that part of the world, in India, they have the ingredients of a perfect man to do it. They really do. Whether that'll happen yet, obviously it won't happen yet, but I don't think it's too far away. I think as some of the traction that he's getting on social media already shows that he has a big following, and there will be a lot of people backing him in India. But yeah, I think it's good what he's doing now in terms of building his profile in America. So when it does eventually get to India, he'll be stood in even better stead to kind of get a good attendance there. But I think it's only a matter of time before that happens, and I think it's going to be a big. Well, hopefully it is a big success because, as I said, they have a real potential superstar in their hands to bring it there. They really do.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I think it's really exciting. I think when I was doing a bit of research of this video, went on Nishant Dev's Instagram profile within his bio, it does say the new face of Indian boxing. So you got to think maybe that's what he wants to do as well. It's his home, it's where he's from, so you got to think he's going to want to fight there. I think the question is there appetite? There's not appetite for boxing everywhere. Is he going to go there and he's going to sell out arena, possibly kind of some sort of cricket stadium? I know that might sound a bit ambitious, but India's a massive country, so there's got to be some sort of potential there. And Nishant Dev was in the Olympics. People are going to be aware of who this guy is. I think it's just a case of how good is he and can he get to that top level. But I think it's exciting. And as I said, I'm sure it's something that's crossed Eddie Hearn's mind. It's just maybe it's just a case of when it's going to happen rather than if. Null, we'll leave it there. Just a kind of short preview from us. We'll see how Nishant Dev gets on. Looking to go 4-0. This will be his fourth fight in around 10 months. So he's had a nice active 2025, and we will see what's in store for him for 2026. Niall, thank you very much for joining me as always. I'll speak to you again soon.
Cheers. Take care.